Hi, welcome to my channel. I am your inner light coach, and I'm thankful you joined me here today. Let's step together through stories, rituals, and reflections. Thank you for shining your presence here. So, first I want to say, nobody ever told me that wearing a beanie straightens your hair. I've been wearing more hats this winter because it's been cold, and yeah, I never realized. All this time I should have been wearing a beanie when I wanted my hair straight. So anyway, I finished the rug for the bathroom, and this is what it looks like. And I made a little. It was from a loom set. I didn't design it or anything, but it was something to do. And I got the little doorstop that I made from slate and a picture and glue and Mod Podge. So I like the way it turned out, though. Turned out pretty nice. There's that. So today for this threshold thought, I watched a lot of weird stuff on YouTube, so I was watching this, I was watching something, I don't even remember what it was in it, and I remember the fella saying, if you look back in your life and really think about it, you can see the time where the angels have been there for you. And so I sat back and I thought about it. And there are times when the angels have been there for me. When I was a child, I know they were there for me at certain times. And when I was 16, I just got my driver's permit, and I was on restricted daylight driving, and I took my mom's car to a friend's house, and on the way home I got into an accident. I ended up spinning in the road. I shot off the road, hit a tree head on, slammed in to another tree on the driver's side, and slid down into the ravine and walked away from it. So if that doesn't tell you something. And a couple things happened before that too. I had my brother with me, and he didn't want to put a seatbelt on, so I told him if he didn't put a seatbelt on, I wasn't going to leave. And he was getting nervous because it was getting close to time where we needed to be home. And so I waited until he put a seatbelt on, and my friends came over to the car, and so I rolled my window down. That was the crank roll at the time. And they said, what's going on? Is everything okay? I said, I'm just waiting for him to put a seatbelt on, and then we'll leave. And he said, fine. So he put his seatbelt on, and I left my window down because it was nice out, and we headed up the road. And if I hadn't, first of all, he hit his head on the dashboard, so if he hadn't put his seatbelt on, he probably would have gone through the windshield. And if I hadn't rolled my window down, I probably would have had glass all through my face, or even been decapitated. Who knows? Who the frig knows? So, and my brother, he came to, and he said, are we dead? And I said, I don't know. And I was bleeding because I had a piece of the window frame had popped off and gone through my hand. And so he saw the blood, and he freaked out, and he ran up the road to go look for help. We were in the middle of nowhere, and in the woods on a dirt road. And so I was waiting in the car, and the dinger was stuck. And so I decided to drag myself out the passenger side, and then as I was walking up the embankment, my brother came back. He was able to flag an old neighbor down, and he drove us back to our parents' house. And when I went the next weekend to go to the junkyard to look at the car, people ask me, how did you walk out of that car? How did you get out of that car? because the seat was twisted toward the driver door. The driver's seat was twisted toward the driver door. The roof was caved in, like a foot, like crunched in, and so I don't know. I took pictures of it. I went and got my Polaroid, and the police were going to give me several tickets, they said, but because I went and took pictures of the road was bad. It was it should have been graded, and it had very big rocks in it. And me being an inexperienced driver, I'm sure it didn't help matters. But also I was able to locate a couple other people who had gone off the road, and so I didn't even get ticketed for the accident. So definitely angels on my side there. And I remember hanging out with my friends, and there was this old rotted like railroad bridge, and I was walking across it, and a piece of it gave way and my foot started to go down, but I was able to bring my foot back up. It's hard to explain, but I should have fallen through that hole, but for some reason I was like, I had enough, I just kept walking. So there's another thing. And when I was living in Florida, I was headed to the park, and I was at a intersection where I was in the left hand turn lane, and I had a green light, and I was going, and as I was going, there was somebody ran the red light and was headed right toward me. So I had already been in an accident, and a really bad accident, which was, you know, the angels were there too. But I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, I expected a big boom and a crash. When I opened them, I was driving on the road toward the park. So I was like, ooh, thank you. So yeah, if you really look back, you can see the times where angels have, you know, been there for you. It's amazing. Yeah, so, and I'm sure there's a lot of, I know that there are things that they're taking care of that I don't even know about. And I appreciate my angels, and I appreciate God, and, you know, have to be. So yeah, sit back and see in your life where things could have gone horribly wrong, but it turned out all right, and know that your angels were there with you. So thank you for watching. Let's get back to love. God is good. God created the angels. Love and light to all. Until next time, walk gently and shine brightly.